Previously on Fears and Fortunes.
Eyeing you and Pepper, you see that there's two nobles sitting over here. And one of them's kind of tall, and if you make eye contact with him, he smiles.
Excuse myself from the table and go introduce myself.
Oh.
I'm Sly. Thistle spell.
And as they do like sort of like a half bow, Alden Tybalt Meegish, pleasure to meet you. You see in the prince's hands is a letter. The letter reads, Lady Thistlespell. As such, I feel it beholden to offer you any knowledge, wisdom, or financial support I may provide to aid you. I would like to extend an invitation to Lord Severick Brewer's estate for a dinner tomorrow evening. Signed, with highest esteem, Lord Aiden Tybalt Meegesh from the Brewer estate.
Okay, I have to now choose who I'm going to bring with me.
I need to tell you something, Sly. I'm not going to be here forever, you know.
Is that something you want?
Every day.
Later that night, Sly, you're thinking over what Lucian said. What kind of existence do you think Lucian lives?
Lonely one.
Yeah.
I think a very humorless gray existence, like all the color's been sapped out of it.
You're thinking that to yourself. And you look down at your cards and you have that blank card. And for a moment, as you think about how lonely he must be and the life he's had to live, for a moment, an image of Lucian appears on this card.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I can't make, no. Then that would mean, oh no.
Like, it's all right. It's all right. We're here.
It's not all right. He's in the card. Sly, you have to let him out. We have to kill him.
We're not letting her out.
They were stealing children. And now they get to just live forever in this card?
It's not living in there.
It will be when it gets out again. Whether that's later this time or with the next Seer.
It's not your choice to make, Fable. And I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that we didn't get here earlier. I'm sorry that when I touched the deck, I made everything like this possible again. I'm sorry that you were taken. I'm sorry that I won't do what you want me to do. And I'm sorry that I'm the Seer. Okay? I'm very sorry.
Small smile creeps on his face.
She's not ready. You haven't prepared her yet. Of all the time that you had here, seemingly it's not going to be enough time.
The smile fades.
You estimate that you might have 3 days.
And now, on Fears and Fortunes.
Worry in your mind. Fear is how it starts. Unsure of what you'll find. It could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance. You break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance. And set free are the ghosts. Will a card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear. We face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes. The cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.
Okay, we are back and we are live.
Echo. Echo.
Well, we have an echo. Yep, that's me. I know why that's happening.
Every
There-
time.
There we go. Okay. Okay, everything should be working now. You guys shouldn't be hearing an echo. We are just fixing up one little thing, but we are back and live. Guys, the last time we played, you all had a
Leveled up?
intense battle with the bone collector. You had to save Fable, and so you charged into this hideout. By the way, full disclosure, that bone collector, I had the full plan for them to escape, and that would continue our story. And instead, you guys were like, "Nope, this ends right now," and you guys did it. That was amazing.
That's my squad.
We can actually
Yeah.
pick up
Oh,
because we didn't really have time to close out everything, so we can pick up right where we left off. And you
God.
guys are in. You guys are in that laboratory. If there's anything you want to do before you depart from there,
I want to get out.
you want to just get out.
No, I mean, I guess for Fable's part, like after we have our little hug and stuff, I mean, I'd want to. I guess I'd. You want like a reason in these situations, and of course she's like, I'm doing it to help or whatever. But like, I guess if she had like notes or like a notebook or something, like writing or documents or anything like that, I guess I'd want to look around for that.
Yeah,
Just
make
trying
an
to
investigation
understand.
check.
Well, I'll help
Okay.
you investigate as well.
Sounds good.
Just gonna see if there's anything around here.
And while they're looking, you're going to hear a thud.
Maybe not.
Una has fallen down like Batman.
18. You helped.
Okay. Very
Down on
good.
into our floor.
Yeah, to your floor.
As you start to investigate, you do find in this desk. Whoop, no, okay. In this desk right here in front of you, you do find several documents, and like ledgers and stuff. It looks like this may have been an older lab that they used at one time that they came back to. What is it you're hoping to find?
I guess it's like, I mean, she's kind of looking for like a reason, like I don't know, like an explanation, a better explanation of what they were doing or something. Like it's more just for her own brain than to like change anything. But
There's documenting in there about the condition of the patient that's on the table, and it refers to their transplants failing. And
does it have their name?
It does not have a name.
Alright.
This person was brought in. They were not able to get a name before they brought them in. You also notice this person is older than most of their usual patients. And it does note that in here, subject was found street side, and it goes into kind of detail, showing respiratory failure, frostbite on exterior limbs, infection spreading through arms. This person was essentially on death's door when they were brought in, and the doctor began working on them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back out through the back door and try to flag down some of the city guard to have them kind of come in and then I'm gonna head back in and try to tend to the two children that are upstairs
Mhm.
Oh,
and make
yeah.
sure that they are treated and taken care of.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So you go upstairs. The city guard is showing up. You're trying to make sure the kids are taken care of. How are you trying to do that?
Well, I'm just trying to make sure that I mean, I would look them over and make sure they don't have any, like, you know, it looks like they're mostly healthy, right? But then probably want to work to get them to a cleric or something like that, and make sure that the city guard has them, and you know, just start that process of kind of like taking them into to quote unquote custody, just to verify health, verify where they're from, that kind of thing.
If you think that it makes sense, like for Lucian to do this, you can do a medicine check. Otherwise, do a perception check.
I think he would just do a quick glance at them and see. He's
Okay.
His perception of what's healthy and good is very skewed based on.
This is true.
So
Yeah.
he's just gonna take a quick glance.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
Damn good blend.
Quick glance.
I know what it's like to be
Medical
messed up.
diagnosis.
And then you go full Sherlock Holmes.
You
Yeah, I know. that.
Bruising around the neck. Slight.
while you have a
House.
skewed perspective, it's also you haven't done a lot of things that a normal human body would do in a very long time. You haven't had night sweats or a fever in a very long time. So despite this not, you kind of having a perspective of how your body works, as you check in on them, you do see that both of them appear to be running a fever. And both of them look like they've been sweating a lot in their sleep. No surgeries or anything have been done on them.
Okay. And I'm going to do my best to, if they're still sleeping, to let them sleep, because Lucian doesn't want to scare them if they wake up and see someone like me towering over them.
Yeah, fair enough. And thankfully, the room they're in right now doesn't have any of like the scary lab stuff that you saw downstairs.
Yeah.
So yeah, City Guard will come and eventually take care of those kids. Are you guys anything else anyone's looking for in here or want to dig deeper?
Yeah.
I gave you Fable. I gave you what you found in that journal, but there's always more if you want to keep digging further. I just kind of gave you like a summary glance.
I'd like to dig. Also, haven't most of the cards dropped something, or is that just a couple? Is that just certain things that have done that?
There's a
Did
syringe.
she drop anything?
I grabbed it.
Oh, you did?
grabbed the
Okay,
syringe
good.
That came out of the
Okay, good. I want to see if there's any more like bone bracelets or some, I don't know, like whatever they'd use to knock people out. Like I'm just trying to destroy or get rid of anything.
Can I look for any more of the vials of whatever she was injected with?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me I would say give me a medicine check. Or if you have proficiency in anything like poisons, you can do that.
I'm so glad you asked, because I don't. I'll just do a medicine check.
Can I help with that?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Yeah.
I would love to help with that.
Yeah, you come
can
down and start helping with that.
Looking at potions.
either roll by yourself or if you want to give me advantage. Only have a +1 to it, so.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
+4, I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh, a 19?
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so you start looking into this.
If I may,
Yeah.
flavorfully,
Sure.
I'll just go ahead and yeah. Aaren is just looking for these vials. Una taps him on the shoulder, kind of just points the other way, just immediately the other way.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. This is just water. That makes a lot more sense.
Mhm. Yes,
Yep.
it can be hard to differentiate.
Well,
liquids.
it was I think it's saline. So, I got a little. Anyways, thank you. Much obliged.
One moment.
It's like this one's got bubbles. Oh, it's
Sodium
sparkling water.
chloride is
Green.
not-
That makes a lot more sense.
We got the Mentos and Coke. We can do our own experiments.
That's the kind of science I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be why. That's why your bars were over. So, big little bit of mistake. I figured out what was wrong with the bars. By the way, the meters. Lucian's did
They're
fill.
full.
In my
attempt
attempt to fix it, I accidentally filled everyone's bar with $10 free. So that's fine.
Oh no.
We'll just say this is our celebration for it. For now having these bars, you guys get
What are
free
we
$10 added to all of your bars. And I'm sorry, going back. Where were we before that? That distracted me so horribly.
Saline.
Looking for vials.
You find, yes, you find saline. You find these. There is a chemical that they're injecting. You find the right one. It would essentially be drow poison. I'm saying that is what you would find if you look it up on your character sheet. But you find what substance you believe they were using. It is the equivalent of drow poison. And once injected, if it basically can be injected, or it can coat a weapon, and if the weapon breaks skin, that will allow it to administer that poison, which will knock a subject out.
I'm gonna have to look a little more into this because this stuff is not cheap or easy to come by. I have to keep that in mind.
Anyone else? Any other investigations or things you guys want to do here?
For Una, if that's cool, is there any type of like over here by the green like tubes?
Yeah, this is
And
where you found the
like-
poisons.
Oh, okay.
But what were you hoping to find?
I guess I was hoping to find like so Fable found documents about the body, right? About this one body.
Yep.
Is that
No.
all that they found?
They found like a medical journal that they were
Medical
keeping.
journal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if there is, I guess. No, actually, you know what? I was wondering, going over to this body, is there any liquid inside of this body?
There is. Yeah. Not a lot. I'm
I
kind of
would like
scared of what you're
to-
going to ask to do.
Yes, Una is going to kind of like put their hand, kind of waving it around the body.
Okay.
And just to see what is inside of them, they would like to try and pull some of the liquid from out of them. Not blood, but more liquid focused. If blood comes out, cool.
No,
but, I mean, it's more so.
In that case, it's very. You're not a bloodbender, so
No,
you're
yeah,
unable.
exactly.
You're unable to pull
Yeah.
anything out of it in that regard. The subject's been dead
Okay.
for a good amount of time, and water would be the first thing that would evaporate from the corpse.
Okay, great, awesome. Then they would turn around and say, "So, this is what it looks like to be in an evil villain's lair. Could be scarier, I suppose. Well, are we ready to go?
They didn't seem to think of themselves as the villain.
Oh,
Thank you for the dono, Rondo.
Thank you.
thank you for that donation. The villain is subjective, I suppose. Curious.
Well, just
Is-
because they didn't think they were one doesn't mean that they weren't awful and doing unforgivable things. And Sly kind of like cuts eyes at Fable, just so she knows that like I'm not making excuses for this person. I'm definitely
Fable
on your team.
Tucks her hair behind her scarred ear, cat ear.
Oh.
No, she right.
Do we burn it all down, or what should we?
I
think
think
we
I've
should let
burned
the
enough
guard-
things down lately. Maybe we just let the city guard clear it and handle
Hey.
the cleanup.
Especially
I think-
because they might be able to find more things here that we may have missed. Look
Right,
more into
or-
it, getting the poisons,
Or
etc.
if there was anyone else involved. I hope
Exactly.
not, but yeah, I think we've done what we need to do here. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Fable,
means a
you
lot.
can add Bone Collector's Journal to your inventory should you wish
Sounds
to
cursed.
investigate it further. You can do that whenever you would like. So you guys head
Okay.
off. The city guard comes in, takes care of everything. Is there anything else in the slums that you guys want to do before you head back to the castle? Okay.
Actually, yes. That I see that there's a well there. Is the water like safe to drink?
Yeah, you actually head over to the well, and what you find is a ladder down there, and it leads into the sewers. It looks like this was probably a well that was closed up, as at some point the sewer got to this area as well. You see the water down there is not great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
is the-
pungent.
Okay, and there's no way I can kind of like help manage that water in some way.
If you certainly can,
create.
if you want to, like, if you want to like stay here while the rest of the gang heads back and starts resting, and you want to try to fix the water in this area, you
Yes.
can certainly do that.
Okay, Una will, peering down. It's almost like you see, if anybody sees Una, their toes are holding them up on this well. They have like kind of like looked down, but knew that they needed to, communicate with y'all. They aren't going to just like drop down. So as they pop back up, kind of grasping at the top, kind of climbing themselves up and jumping up, they would like to say, I think I have a service I would like to give to this area. If you all don't mind, I would like to possibly purify the water here. It looks
You need help?
terrible. No, I think I've got it.
All right.
But
That's just offering. This is my neck of the woods, after all.
well, let me try to make your neck of the woods feel less tense.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And they would like to dive down into the well.
We'll come back to you in a little bit. The rest of you head off. Are all of you staying at the castle?
I at least want to check on Gideon, but I think my carriage has like been taken away. So
we'll say that
I might come back to the castle.
We'll say that throughout the rest of the day, just to kind of speed things up, you will tomorrow be able to meet Gideon and Olivia should you wish to. But we'll say for the rest of today, you guys go, you recover your carriage, you bring it back to the carnival, you guys, get a long rest and everything like that. If there's anything you guys want to do in the night, think about that. And real quick, I'm gonna let Una know what happened as they investigate this well and they start cleaning it up. Una, go ahead and give me. I'm gonna say cleaning the well due to your affinity to water. That's easy. So no skill check needed on that. While you're doing that, though, give me a perception check.
Okay. How about I think that's a 25.
25. As you are working down in the well, you find where the water's been contaminated, and you're able to use some of your magic to, one, purify the water here, and then start, shoring up where it got contaminated from. But as you're doing that, you look around, and you find that there are tracks leading from this ladder further into, from this well. Someone was regularly coming down and using this well to get to the main sewer, which there's sort of like a cave that leads in that direction. That's sort of where you're shoring up the wastewater from reaching this fresh water supply. But as you investigate, you see that there are clear signs of someone traveling back and forth from somewhere in the sewer to up this well.
Okay. Well, I suppose looking further couldn't hurt. As they will go further towards the steps.
Give me a survival check as you start exploring the sewers.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm wondering if I swim.
There's never anything bad in the sewers.
I got an 11.
11.
Meh.
It takes you a while. You're looking around and you lose track of these prints. As you look around, you at one point come to a footprint that's very odd. You're not sure if it relates to what you were just investigating. You're not sure if it was heading towards the well or heading somewhere else, but you find a footprint that looks sort of like an alligator. And Una, alligators.
I
ahead.
also, if I could, George,
Yeah.
the way that Una is, I'm just going to be casting water walk. I'm just gonna tell you that now.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll be walking on this water.
You're not in danger of any alligators. One, alligators living in sewage water is kind of ridiculous. Two,
Okay.
this alligator print there's something odd about it, which you pick up right away because you've been around alligators before.
Right.
This was walking upright on 2 feet.
Hmm.
This is like an alligator person, or possibly a dragonborn. Maybe you got the footprint wrong, but it's hard to say. It does look very odd, though.
Hmm. Does it does Una notice if it's fresh?
It's hard to say based on the survival check you made earlier. It might be something worth looking into, but not sure if it's leading you anywhere right now.
Sure, sure. Then I will just go ahead and I think I'm going to. How long does this last? Oh, okay. Yeah, they'll go ahead, keep walking. It's just like candy to them, more and
Okay.
more, and they'll just say out loud, "Well, I guess going further couldn't hurt again." Is that the term? As they walk forward.
Give me one more survival check.
Okay. Oh, the same thing I rolled, 11.
Okay. Yeah, you're not able to make any more progress on that today as you search through all of this, but it's something
Today,
worth
as in-
investigating later.
Do I get to a point? Am I like at another ladder, or am I like leaving?
You get to a point where like there are multiple tunnels now stretching in different directions, basically providing sewage for the castle and the other wealthier wards of the city.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
I'll climb up whatever ladder's closest at that point.
Yeah, you eventually arrive, exit out of some manhole in the middle of the street and climbing up out of it.
Una?
A wagon like passes by overhead. It almost hits you, but you're like, okay.
Ah.
And then eventually just moving it. Not a big deal.
Hmm.
You end up coming back like sometime around like 1 a.m. Sort of smelling of
could be
sewage,
dangerous.
but you probably clean yourself with water and stuff like that. Yeah.
Definitely clean.
The rest of you, anything you guys want to do before you go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the elven sword and ritually cast Identify on it. I pull out
Okay.
my Wizarding 101 book and I slowly go through chapter 1, incantations.
One moment.
Wizarding for dummies.
Okay, you cast Identify.
He's got his glasses on. Watch out.
As you do, the sword. There we go. The sword starts to glow as your magic investigates it, and what you find out right away, the sword is as powerful as you thought it was. Give me one moment while I pull up the stats of the sword. Do you have the sword added to your inventory, by the way?
No.
Okay, one moment.
We'll fix that.
I will get you the link to that.
Now
While
that
I
you know what
do
it
that,
is.
what I would recommend, or rather, while I do that, what I'll tell you is this. You find the missing property that you weren't able to figure out before. The last thing the sword did that it was hiding from you, your Identify is able to figure out, and that this sword is providing your location to likely the elves of the of MaeLeFay Prem. So while
And they got tracker.
it's
on you.
not like
called it.
scrying on
I
you,
called it.
they can probably find you anywhere on this material plane.
Interesting. So one thing I want to test then is, as an Eldritch Knight, I'm going to concentrate and bond with the weapon
Mm-hmm.
and then send it into my pocket dimension where I can safely store my weapon.
Okay.
Tracking
You
hair,
do that.
elves.
Very good. You do know
Get wrecked.
when you
Dad
bring the
stuff.
weapon out, it will they'll be able to detect that. But
Right.
yeah, it's while in that pocket dimension, it is going to be completely useless as a tracking device for them.
All
I
right.
just
The
imagine you
weapon-
like doing that multiple times. There's some elf that's like watching. It's like, ah, oh, I think it's broken. Like,
Yeah. You can actually go on D&D Beyond and under on your character sheet, look up Loyal Edge. It's 2 words, Loyal Edge, and you will find this weapon, and you can add it to your
Sounds good.
inventory.
I think it's out of
For
range.
for nighttime activities, Sly is very busy getting up to cahoots and hijinks.
Oh, no.
I think she is writing a few letters. She is searching through some like guest closets for different clothes. She's you see her with the old newspaper in her hand, like the one that was just came out, and going, okay, yes, perfect, yes, and running around the castle at night at like breakneck speed. Like, it looks like the castle is being haunted by a tiny feral little guinea pig. The way that Sly is like all over it.
Oh, you zoom in?
Zooming. She's
Yeah,
up to
zoomies.
stuff. So she's making preparations through some of the night until it's time for her to like actually rest and lay down, and she might even sleep in a little bit.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Anyone else?
Yeah. So Lucian 1 would probably go to where Aaren. Actually, no. First, he would find. He would spend the majority of the night in his room, with a single kind of candlelight at a desk, and you would see him writing, and he'd be writing on several different parchments for a majority of the night until it got kind of late, and then I think he would get up and he would go and try to quickly find Aaren if he could, if Aaron's at the castle.
Yeah. Okay, you can certainly find Aaren. Aaren, I'm assuming you're there, or you're at least nearby.
Yeah, I'd be in a bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
I
Pepper there?
figured. Probably. I'm just gonna kind of like knock on the door a little bit, and then
Hello? Hey, what's up?
right.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, what is it?
I've decided I am gonna go with Sly tomorrow, so don't worry about it.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me you hear the door close.
Really okay.
You hear some shuffling.
Who is it?
Lucian.
Oh,
Dawn. Yeah. Hey, partner. Howdy. Well, so you said you wanted to go tomorrow?
I want to close up the robe a little bit.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So,
no, I was just, I think it's important. I'm going to go with her tomorrow for the dinner.
all right. Also, update. I learned a new spell. Identify. The elves of the Prenwood are tracking us with the sword.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. But this meeting, what do you think of it?
It's a new seer. If, well, there's mystery surrounding the host. They disappeared for quite a while. So I wouldn't mind if you decided and the others to stay close by. But if everything goes according to plan, it's probably someone trying to earn favor, lobby for control. That's what anybody wants. That's why the elves are tracking her. They always know she will be the most powerful being. Everybody wants a piece. Everybody wants control to manipulate it to their own ends. She is right now in the utmost danger.
Which is now
she's
more important than
too-
ever. She needs allies.
She does. She needs people she can trust. You and the others.
That's true. But there's no ignoring the politics anymore of all this. Everyone's got their own angle, and we need to find, whether it be specific individuals and factions, which ones really want to get this situation under control and really want to help Sly.
Everybody wants to get the situation under control because it doesn't do good to anyone what's currently happening, but it goes beyond that. You, Aaren, you, out of anybody, have to be her anchor. She will be assaulted from all sides forever until she passes it on or gives it up or whatever that end may be. Everybody, every single person will want what she has, or to utilize it, or to twist it, or to turn it to their ends. You have to do what you think is right, as does she, by the power that she has and gains.
What if there was no Seer? What if there was no deck? What if we destroyed it? The ghost.
This is like the first time that Lucian laughs, actually kind of laughs. You think you can destroy the deck?
Look, I don't know. You've been around all this stuff longer than I have. All right, I don't know much of the history beyond Granny C. So,
I think if there was a way, the only person that could do that is Sly. But you take away the Seer, that just brings other problems.
Yeah. We need to figure out more about the deck so she can get it under control. There's too many variables about it that she just doesn't know.
She's figuring it out. I can see that. But it's going to be a bumpy road. It's going to be a long road.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And Aaren, do not trust Arthur fully. Never trust anyone fully.
Yeah, I got that feeling. He's willing to do whatever it takes to not go back inside of that deck again. I can tell.
I say these things because I know you, out of anybody here, have true love in your heart for her. You can see it, and she'll need that more than anything.
I just put my hand on Lucian's shoulder. I hear you.
All right. Get some rest.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
And he will turn and then head back to his room and continue writing.
Okay.
And
anyone
then,
else
I guess
have
as a last thing,
Yeah.
as he does every night, he goes out to the balcony and he just sits there and he watches the stars and he watches the kingdom in front of him until dawn.
You watch, and as dawn rises, I need you to roll your hit dice. Roll 2 of them.
Fun. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's 2d12. 7.
Your max HP is reduced further by 7. Anyone else have anything they want to do before you guys wake up the next day?
Yes. I think in terms of mood, Fable is uncharacteristically reserved tonight. She would probably normally be kind of maybe do a little jumping on the fancy bed and like trying on any like extra like robes or clothes or anything they have in there, but she's not feeling up to that. I think she's just kind of gonna get all cozy in bed, but I would like to pull out the Bone Collector's book and kind of give it a peruse before I go to sleep.
Give me, you can either choose medicine or investigation.
They're the same. Let's try from a medical route, just her own personal experience with these experiments and whatnot. She's gonna look at it that way. 13.
They repeatedly talk about a disease. It's it has like a very long Latin name, but they repeatedly mention this disease that keeps springing up and the damage it does to bodily functions. From what you can tell, because you see multiple cases of this particular ailment in this journal, and from what you can tell, this ailment, whatever it is, it's, you know, the more technical name for it, it's essentially they often call it slum rot. And what will end up happening is once someone's infected with it, depending on where it first gets its root in the human body, it starts to damage vital organs. You see notes in there about it destroying people's stomachs because they ate something and were able to catch it that way. You see some people, it gets infected in a wound and it sort of grows through that arm and something like that. Like if it's a wound on their arm, it'll spread through there. And people who have it, you know, in various other different bodily parts and organs that will get infected by it. Is there anything in particular you're looking for as you scan this journal?
I think it'd probably not be old enough to have notes on me or anyone I know, but I guess what I'm wondering is there any indication that, like, I'm assuming they brought these people, or this is what Fable is just guessing. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Is that they were bringing people in to replace body parts? Maybe they're going to replace organs at some point or something. But is there any indication of if it's that, or if like any of the kids or things that they brought in had slum rot already?
Give me an investigate. Well, I will say this: several of their patients came in with slum rot. Give me an investigation check.
Okay. A 21.
21.
I'm getting into it. I'm like reading my book before bed, and I'm like, holy shit.
One about a subject quite a while ago that was infected. It actually, I say quite a while ago, it's not that many far pages back. So it feels like it was recent. But this patient came in and they had a severe respiratory infection. Slum rot had spread from their nasal passage into their lungs and through their esophagus and throat. And a surgery was devised to save their life. They used mostly bovine parts to make this happen.
Did it say if it's successful?
It does seem like they think the patient will make a full recovery. And they are very optimistic on their chances.
Okay, you know what? I think I'll close my book and I'm gonna call it night. I think, like, it's almost like I feel like it's almost like bothersome that this maybe potentially like help someone. I don't want to read anymore. It's been a day.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god. It's lucky 7.
You go to sleep.
Oh no.
And have one of the most vivid nightmares you've had in a very long time. your night is filled with memories of being strapped to that bed, of instruments being prodded at you, and cuts being made. You remember waking up, gauze surrounding your face, struggling to see around you, your ears in intense pain from whatever was done to them. You're not able to touch them because of bandaging there, and even then you're mostly strapped down, so it's even hard to reach. During that, you hear like this heavy wheezing. That's, you remember in this dream, that's the first time that you met Gideon.
Can I see him? I just hear him.
Yeah, you see them. They are struggling to breathe, and the bone collector comes towards them. You see Gideon's also wearing one of those bracelets made of animal bone. And the bone collector comes towards them and does a small incision above Gideon's still human nose. And as they do, they reach down, grab some of the blood, and then taste it under their mask. Give me a perception check.
Oh my God, was Gideon sick? Did I not know? Or maybe I didn't know him before. Actually, I don't know. 4. I'm scared.
You see them taste it, and they start writing down notes in a journal. It might be the same one you just read. It might not be.
Oh.
But yeah, you remember Gideon was sick when he was there. You're only connecting it now because of what you read, but yeah, he was struggling to breathe back then.
All right. Hate that. Definitely gonna go check on. I know you already said I could, but I'm definitely going to check on him next day.
The next day.
Wait,
yes.
I'm so sorry. Early in the morning, I would like to go to Aaren. So
Okay.
whenever,
Absolutely.
as long as Aaren gets a rest, because I know that Aaren needs the rest.
Yes. You guys all eventually. One moment. Give me one moment. One moment. Okay. Yes, the next day the sun rises, and you guys are free to do whatever you please. You rush off to find Gideon. You rush off to find Aaren. Una, that's what you were saying. One moment.
Yes, in the early morning.
Yeah. Very good. One moment. What? Do you guys hear an ad? Anyone?
No, I don't hear music either, though.
Yeah. Oh my
Me
God.
neither.
Is that Spotify? Am I about to? Yes, it is. Sorry about that.
Yes,
Spotify-
chat hears it.
Spotify just
they
switched
did?
to a podcast. Thank you, Spotify.
Oh.
That's not what I wanted, but that's fine.
Tonight with Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That won't happen again. Sorry
Fears and
about that.
Fortunes.
The
The
next
podcast.
day, you guys wake up, and you are off to find Aaren. Aaren, where does Una find you?
Definitely in the chow hall. Big old pile of bananas for potassium. Drinking a whole lot of water.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Good Lord.
Come with me.
Huh?
Come with me.
To where? Where are we going? Hold on. Wait.
Sewer.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Sewer. Just straight up. We're
Yeah.
going.
All right. Let me just take some of these to go.
So
I want to
you know
make sure. before you guys commit to this, the sewer is massive here. There's many tunnels. It's dark. Are you
Trust
both
me,
ready
George.
for like a prolonged? Like it might take
Well-
you a good portion of the day to go and explore the sewers, if that's what you're hoping for.
I was just wondering if there are, to your point, are there rats in the sewers or any type of animal in the sewers?
There are some animals in the sewers. Yes, absolutely. Some rats.
Okay, so
Things like that.
anywhere that they are, as long as they have a swimming speed, I can communicate to them. And they can
Okay.
understand me. So I will be using that
Okay, but I want to make sure
as well.
if you guys are going to explore the sewer, it might take a good portion of your day. Is that what you both want to do?
Hold on now.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to
Explain to me what's
explore.
going on.
Yes. Do you want me to explain to you as Una?
Yes.
Or do you need me to-
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I need to hear this.
Yes.
Mhm,
So-
mhm.
Yes, not to take away any part of your day, but
Yes.
I found
Mm-hmm.
a footprint that could possibly be dragonborn, and I would like to get your opinion on it. But there's something different about it. Now, I think that if I were to have someone of dragonborn around me, that could help me understand what type of footprint this could be, because it looks like an alligator,
Right.
but it's standing. So I think that's really all that I
Yeah,
need,
I
because
don't,
it seems like I can't figure that out by myself.
I don't particularly
And then
spend a
you
lot
can
of
go.
time looking at dragonborn feet. However, here's the thing.
But you have it, and Una
I do
bends
have it.
down and like lifts your foot up.
That is my foot. However,
This is yours.
we have very important things to do today.
Puts their
Just to
hand
be
up to it.
very clear. Yes.
Mm,
One, I need to get this sword taken care of. Two, we need to prep and kind of case out where Sly is going to be having this meeting and try to find another building nearby so we can keep an eye on it and
yes.
find a place to stake it out. It's going to be a whole
Yes.
espionage sort of deal. So that's going to be very, very important that we do that amongst whatever
Yes.
else we also have planned.
Yes.
So let me ask you this. If I go over there,
It's that way.
right. If I go over there with you, can we do this in a way where we go there and I will still
Yes.
have enough time to do the things I need to do today?
It is about insert however many actual feet it takes to get to the sewer print and exactly how many it takes to get back to this to Aaren. Purely because of the fact that I know
It will essentially take the first half of your day. Probably by the time you get back, Sly may have already left for dinner. But that doesn't mean you can't try to meet them there or go check out the place after the fact. But you know, or not after the fact. You would be checking it out while they're present, essentially. What other things were you trying to do today, Aaren?
Just go to a forge to get the long sword changed to a scimitar.
You could probably do that before you head into the sewer. Basically, drop it off there, and then
Gotcha.
you'll have to pick it up some other point. But
Gotcha.
you essentially get back around the same time that this dinner is supposed to start.
Do you
that's how
think
long
this
the walk is.
It's a big city.
It's a big city,
big
and
city.
you're
Yeah.
because remember, you sort of stumbled upon this stuff, and then you went and explored a whole bunch. So you're basically going and retracing all of your steps.
But
to
because
get
of
back
my
to this-
keen mind, shouldn't I know exactly where that?
You do know it's
is?
just a lot of traversing.
Okay.
Now, okay. Let's think about
Yes.
this rationally here.
You're
The
right.
two of
This
us
isn't
go down-
rational.
The two of us go down there.
Maybe. Oh, yes. Yes, you were speaking.
We find whatever print is there, right?
Yes.
And if it
yes.
turns out to be some big, bad, evil bastard with a whole entire brigade of bandits and banditos, right?
Big,
We run
bad,
into them.
evil bastard.
And it's
bandit.
just the two of us, Okay.
Banditos.
You see how that could be a problem, right?
Okay. Yes,
So we should
there's a
get
problem.
the group together after the dinner, and we will investigate your magical sewer footprint.
Or Una
Or-
could solve this mystery alone.
No, because then Una might die alone in the sewers.
I have water.
No,
I should be fine.
by murder, not starvation.
You do bring up a good point, but I would still like to see your foot on this footprint.
Would you like to draw a picture of my foot with your keen mind so that you can hold on to that note and compare it?
Sure, but I stared at it for 5 full minutes and I couldn't differentiate if it was an alligator footprint or a dragonborn footprint, so I'm not sure if staring at it for longer could make that difference.
If you take like tracing of his foot, it would give you advantage essentially on doing a survival check.
We'll
on
get
that.
a big old piece of parchment, all right, from the map room, lay it down on the floor.
Yeah.
You can trace my foot, take it over to the footprint. Don't go any further. Come back with everybody so we can do our stakeout stuff and make sure that nothing goes crazy with this dinner. And you
I
need
like
us-
this plan. This is a
Okay.
great plan.
Preferably, take Fable with you.
Okay, but don't
If they
cats
are available.
not like water? Isn't that like... I've learned that they should not be, around it.
You want something that'll cheer you up? You want to hear some good news?
I think I've heard the good news. You told me how to figure out the footprint.
That,
But
and I
sure.
translated everything about the sword.
Oh, incredible! Two hands
Exactly.
up to high five you, like a double
Oh,
high five.
Love to see.
Nice. I'm
And,
proud of you.
Yeah, it's I learned a new spell. Its name is
Honestly, I have not a
Luotamil,
lot of time.
So
It looks like I must.
oh, okay.
away.
All right. Well,
I
I'll
don't want
fill
to
in
keep
later.
you any longer. I'm gonna
It's a
go
really
get
cool
the
history
paper.
lesson, but okay, fine.
I'll be right back. And they'll walk away.
You guys, you get that tracing
Get
of
the
his
paper.
foot, and you can head into the sewers if you'd like. Aaren, you said you want to head to a smithing shop.
Yeah, so I'll head to the smithing shop first to drop off the blade, and
Okay.
then from there, I'm going to find the location of where the meeting's being held and do some shenanigans over there.
Give me a charisma check at advantage for this swordsmith.
Oh, boy.
Basically, see if you can get a good deal on this sword, or if it's going to cost you.
Just a general charisma check.
Persuasion's fine.
Okay, all right.
Also, while they're rolling this, I
Mhm.
will kind of like half-heartedly think about what Aaren said and then go and try and like knock on Fable's door or wherever, find Fable.
I'm
Okay.
gone. There's
Wait,
a note.
hey.
Fable's
You
gone.
find a note that says, running to the circus, be back this afternoon.
Okay.
I knew they didn't like water.
That's
I
why
guess
I'm
they
wondering.
can sense it.
I had
Um,
a feeling.
Aaren, it's going to cost you like around 50 gold to get
50
this
gold.
thing. Like, it'll maintain all of its magic and everything like that, but it's around 50 gold for them to basically resmith it.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. There's no membership discount.
You've been trying to pull the charm on them, but it's not great.
Use your black
come
market
on.
conditions.
My old dragon's charm. Come on now.
I'll say this: you do know that Sly's supposed to be meeting a noble. That might be able to make this problem go away.
That is true.
So,
Could-
if you want to just make the promise to them and then like sort it out later, you can do that.
Yeah. Listen.
I'm good
You know,
for it.
You know I'm good for it. All right.
Yeah,
You know my
yeah, all right,
reputation
all
around
right. Yeah, they let you go with it.
Everybody.
That's all very good. Let's just check real quick. All right, so you are doing that stuff with the sword. Una, you don't find Fable is there anything else you want to do before you head to the sewers?
I will also write on the note that Fable left, and it will say Una was here.
Okay,
That's about it.
got it. Fable
Thank you for the raid.
and Slide. Thank you for the raid. Fable and Slide, what are you guys up to?
Going back to the circus, baby. I wanted to spend
wanna
some
come with?
time. Yes, because I wanted to spend some time with Fable because of how tense it got at the bone collectors between us, and us having just that little bit of a disagreement, but then hugging it out like we do. So Sly's trying to keep those good vibes going and make sure she doesn't upset her aunt. I was gonna go with her to the circus since she said she'd be back by afternoon.
Okay, very good.
Fable will happily take the company.
Okay, yep, one moment. You guys head there. Lucian, what about you?
Oh boy. I think Lucian would he would keep himself occupied for the day. I think he would do a little bit of research on the noble that she's going to meet tonight. But then also, for lack of a better way of putting it, he's going to be putting some affairs in order.
Okay. Give me a investigation check on the noble.
Investigation. I'm really good at that. 14.
You don't have to rub it in.
I'm not bad. That was sarcasm.
Me either.
It's a +1.
Alden
Oh, rubbing it
Migesh.
in.
They're fairly old. As you're looking into it, yeah, same thing I told you before. It looks like they went on like some extended travel about 15 years ago. And since then, they've only recently returned to the city. But what you're able to look into, Alden's lived a pretty lavish life, been at many parties, many noble events. He's been fairly close with the crown before, and he also is previously he has at least 3 marriages on record. But at one point or another, they've passed away. Not dissimilar from yourself in that they've seemingly have lived longer than most of the connections they've made in this world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I think he takes that, and then I think he's just he's preparing some things, putting some things in orders, making some preparations, things like that.
Okay. You're doing that, and then in that case, we will head off to the circus.
We're going to the circus.
Who are you guys
Where
trying to meet
nothing
with
bad can
first there?
happen.
Well, I think on the way I would definitely tell Meta. I would like give her a recap of what I read in the journal last night. And then I don't, not out of any like distrust or anything like that. I don't think I'm not mentioning the dream. It's more like I don't fully want to believe that the dream was real, but I'll just say that I want to ask Gideon if they remember anything, and yeah, so I'll fill her in. And then that's my plan, unless you have anyone else you want to talk to there.
I did want to go find the owner of the circus, my mom's ex-girlfriend.
Hell yeah. Wait, I want to come with. So we got, whoever we find first.
Yeah.
Whoever's
Okay.
easier to find.
Very well. You do, of course. It's hard to get in and out of the circus without running into your boss, Olivia. One moment. Let's see. Okay.
I brought back your almost stepdaughter.
You arrive there at the circus. Here. Fable, it's so good to see you.
Hey,
I heard you fared well, but it's good to see you alive and okay.
Yeah, I'm a hero now, actually, along with all my friends. She was already a hero, and she'll like gesture at Sly.
Of course, the Seer, thank you so much. You are not like your mom, and perhaps that is a good thing.
I'm really glad you brought that up, actually. It's crazy running into you here where you work at the circus. Could I ask you it's just one question?
Of course, what's up?
My mom has opinions about the Seer mantle, and I'm sure you know that. She's always been very outspoken about them, but she doesn't really talk to me about why. When you two were dating, did she ever bring up why what my grandmother went through affected her that way?
Well, the first, it was a long time ago, but let me think. Give me one moment. Just go and get the art up on screen. You know, back then, when I knew her, the last we were really close together, she was adamant about the secret, the promise she made. She had promised your grandmother to. The grandmother on her dying bed begged her never to open the deck, made her swear, and I know that was a really big factor in her not really touching it.
Yeah, she's really good at keeping her promises. She's very trustworthy. That makes sense. And that's what she's always told me. I just know that she likes to protect me from some things. So I was wondering if maybe there was something else. But thanks for confirming my mom's exactly who I think that she is. Honest and someone who keeps her promises.
In fairness, it was probably easy for her to keep her promise in some respects. I know she didn't really care for the dreams she was having.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, what?
Dreams. She used to dream about it. The
yeah?
deck. Yeah.
Like often or like one time? Like
it happened a few times that I know of. She didn't love talking about them, but you know, it'd be like, it's really spooky out, it's dark, I feel the deck calling to me, things like that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what she told me because, like I said, she's very trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's stuff that I already knew. But thank you
Roll a deception
so
check.
much.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? I mean, while we're here, do you want to get any other, like, maybe some new juicy details to, like, try and help her, like, because I see her doing the Sly thing, and I'm like, what about we get some, like, real juicy, you know?
Sly cannot control
I don't
her
know
face.
if that helps at all.
I got like a 13. I got a 13. Not like a 13. It was
okay.
a 13.
Is everything okay? You look stressed?
Yeah,
that's just the burden of a hero.
Yeah, I'm just so burdened by all my heroism.
I run a circus. I know a thing or two about stress. So yeah, that's fair. You know, don't get me wrong. When the lion tamer comes to you asking for a pay rise, you know, it's a very stressful situation.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Well, thank you again. We're gonna go say hi to Gideon if that's okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen him?
Last I saw, he was in his trailer.
All right. Thanks, boss.
Okay. Bye, boss.
Okay.
I mean, ma'am. She's gonna run off with
Boss, ma'am.
Boss, ma'am. Running off with Fable for a little bit, but she is under her breath as they're like as they're walking away
Yeah.
towards Gideon's trailer, is like, oh my god, did you hear that? She has the dreams. I didn't know she had the dreams. She never told me about the dreams, never even one time.
Really? I couldn't tell you were lying.
Okay, well, I'm not as good as it as
Just
some
elbows you a
people.
little bit. That's one of your good traits, sweetie.
She's bouncing out of her seat with this new information.
You guys
Zoomers
arrive
continue.
to Gideon's trailer. It's right here.
Knock, 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 knock.
He comes out. Oh, I heard.
Put my arms
I-
out for a hug.
I heard you were hurt, and you look okay though.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks to Sly and my other new friends.
Yeah, they like
Um,
pick you up in like a bear hug and like lift you up, and you feel like your back crack a little bit. It doesn't hurt, but it's just like, yep, this is one of those.
Great. I needed that. It's been one day without a
come-
back crack.
Come in. And as you guys come in, Gideon, you shut the, because that's a very small trailer. They ask you if you can shut the door, which I assume you do. How was everything?
Well,
Are you're okay, right?
yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Sly has the bird person in a card, trapped in a card, so they can't hurt anyone anymore. I think.
Trapped in a card?
It's a long story. But they can't hurt anyone. They can't do any more bad.
You remember the stories about the Seer and her deck, right? And
Oh,
Sly's the new
yeah.
Seer.
No, I didn't.
We didn't know that's how she got
Yeah.
the person before.
Are you okay, Gideon?
Yeah, it's just been a lot. I'm glad you're
hate to-
okay.
Thanks. And thanks for going to tell everyone that I was gone. I appreciate it. Did you I hate to bring this up. I know we don't like to talk about it anymore, but I'm just wondering because of some things I saw there. Do you remember? I mean, like really remember back then. Do you remember before you came in? Like how you felt or what was happening when you got taken in? Like, were you healthy? Oh no.
I try not to think back that far. I remember I was a kid on the street.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything was wrong with me, if that's what you mean.
Okay. I want to try something. I think if it's okay with you. Here, sit down, and she'll like
Okay.
have him sit down on his bed or whatever, and I'll just grab his hands. Okay. Close your eyes.
Okay.
And she'll close hers too, and she'll lead him through a little breathing exercise. It's like something she does before, like when she's warming up for her show. Just a little like it's kind of to calm the nerves before you go out, but also just to like like ground yourself.
Okay.
Is it okay if I talk about that time and I talk about the bird person and I look at your thoughts? You won't feel anything. I mean, there will be no, it won't hurt or anything. It's just a magic spell that I learned.
Make a persuasion check. You have advantage.
Can I touch her arm with but like it's very sleight of hand. There's a card in there and cast guidance to just be like, we just want to help.
I got a 15 so far, if it helps. Or if it doesn't, I can do the guidance.
Do you really? Will this help?
I know we have her trapped and she can't hurt anyone, but I just think maybe it might help all of us if we kind of understand why, and can make sure nothing like this happens again for any other kids.
Well, they're gone, right? This won't happen to any other kids, right?
I just want to make sure, Gideon.
You can tell they really don't want to do this.
Oh,
But
I don't want to make them do this.
You're their friend, and I'm gonna have them roll an insight check. And they see in you this sort of need. And you see them sort of like, they swallow and they take a deep breath. Okay, yeah. If you need this, of course. I trust you, Fable.
Okay, we can stop at any time. If we need to stop, you just say stop. We'll stop.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, I'm here, Sly's here. We're here. They're gone. We're together. We're okay. And what I am trying to do, I don't know if I can really use it this way, but I guess you tell me. I'm trying to use my detect thought spell. I'm gonna kind of take him through I guess a guided meditation for I guess I'm doing EDM or
What you're
EMDR
describing makes
therapy.
complete sense.
Yeah, I want to
you're gonna-
kind of be remember this and this and see if he can if I can pick up anything any memories or something that maybe he's not wanting to address or whatever.
You start describing things. First thing I'm gonna have Gideon do is make a wisdom saving throw. They maintain their composure as you start describing what you saw in your dream. And as you do, they're going to make another history check to try to remember. They will do this one at advantage.
Oh, God.
You see them. There's a moment as you're reading their surface thoughts. There's a moment when they remember seeing you there. And it's so jarring to see yourself from this other perspective, seeing yourself as a small child in this bed, bandages wrapped around your head, two big, earmuff sized bandages of gauze pressed against both of your ears. But you feel Gideon's holding back. They're remembering flashes, but it's you can tell they have the door closed on these memories. If you wish, with Detect Thoughts, you can, I believe, I think they have to make a wisdom save. If you want to check the spell, but I believe they have to make a wisdom save and you can delve deeper. If you want to check the spell, I'll pull it up as well, just in case.
Yeah, yeah, there is a wisdom save. You can try and probe deeper. Yeah, if you probe deeper, they make a wisdom save. On a failed, I'm just making sure failed save doesn't do anything bad. I don't think it does, but it just ends a spell if they save. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's I will I'm holding his hand, I'm giving little pats, and I'm once I'm sure that he's stable, not freaking out, then I'll try to go a little further.
Okay. What's the save they have to beat?
Wisdom 14.
If you wish, you can use the guidance that Sly is giving you to make. Basically, I'll subtract it from their roll. But that's up to you. I'm going to make the roll first. You said 14?
Yeah.
Gideon has a +1 in wisdom.
Good. Oh
That is
no.
a 4.
I mean, yes, but no.
You focus in on those thoughts, and like a door that is holding back a tidal wave, you open it and the memories come flooding out. What you see through Gideon's mind, do you want to start at the last memory or the earliest memory?
Can I do one more thing? As I'm like, or I guess as I like go into like go in the or like open the door or whatever, and all this is happening, I have one like Gideon's hand is in one hand. I want to reach back and like do like grabby fingers for like Sly's hand to like give her a squeeze, and like I don't know. I guess I can gesture and so I'm not like in a trance or anything. I'll just be like, I'll like point at what I think is her head. I'm not looking back. And then I'll point at my head and then I grab her hand again. So if she wants to form a link, that was
Yeah,
me
I
trying
do.
to signal that.
I
So she can like
absolutely
see or understand or whatever without me having to say it.
Okay.
You said start at earliest or
Latest.
I think I would I guess latest go backwards. We'll go backwards. The bad's
What you remember is this laboratory filled with equipment, and you remember hearing screams outside. Come out! Come out! And when you look outside, Gideon looks outside and sees that there are crowds of people with torches. And they're in the room with Gideon, and you're not far from this place, but you see the Seer. And I don't think I've ever shown you all what the Seer looks like. I don't believe I have. One moment. What you see is...
Are we ready, chat?
You ready to see your grandma Sly?
You ready to see your grandma?
Damn it, yeah, because you were gonna get to see this memory too, right? In my head.
I'm witnessing this moment, and I don't think I like it all of a sudden.
You see this older woman, just a hair taller than Pepper. Deck in their hand, and you see them shuffling as they approach Gideon. You're all right now. Everything's going to be fine. They look down and smile at Gideon, and then boops them on the nose. Gideon like recoils back, almost startled by it. And they start moving away. And you see the lab strewn with stuff. You can see that there was a small struggle here, but it doesn't look like it took them any effort. And as they're passing by and checking out on the crowd outside, you see the Seer step out. It's all right, everyone. It's taken care of. And the crowd is cheering as they see the Seer. And you can press forward. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Remember, chat, you can give us inspiration with your points. Or average. Oh, look, somebody just redeemed points. Who's that for?
And also, check Discord chat.
Oh.
Yeah. I see our cast really needs a break, and we've been going for a while. We are going to take a 10-minute break, and we will be right back
Not on the
with more of
cliffhanger,
these
but I mean,
memories.
yes.
So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this. Okay.
Ah! Go get a snack.
back.
Get a drink. Oh my god.
are back.
Hi.
We are back, and thank you, by the way, for everybody
George-
for
George
the
is muted.
donations. And
George, you are
George.
muted, yeah.
oh,
I
I'm
can't hear
muted.
you.
You guys can't hear me. There you go.
George,
Can you hear
please.
me now?
Yeah.
There you go. The chat could hear me, by the way. But hi, chat.
Oh.
We're back. Thank you for all the amazing donations and the bits and the subs. We really appreciate Gold Viper. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you in our chat again. We've seen you around in other places, but we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming here. So we are jumping back in. Did you do that check that you needed to do, your wisdom save, Fable?
No, I didn't. I was
Okay.
saving it.
Let's see.
I don't get advantage because my friend is with me. Friends 8.
8 is enough for this one. The DC was 5. It's gonna go up 5 for every one that we roll. So you press through further into these memories, and you see Gideon isn't too bothered yet, but you press deeper, and you briefly, I'll give you a choice actually. You can either see the results of Gideon's surgery next, or you can see the battle of the Seer against the Bone Collector. Which do you prefer to see?
I feel like I feel like the battle is more of a blur in my own memory. I feel like I kind of want to see that. And also if me and Sly are mind linked, I feel like I feel her like curiosity at that too. So I'd like to see that because I don't remember. I just
Okay.
remember there's like a flash and they were gone and
You remember, as Gideon remembers, as you delve deeper into their memories, they reflect back on the Seer coming face to face with Bone Collector. Bone Collector throws some chemicals at them, staggers back in their lab as the Seer just, you see them move their hand, and massive pieces of furniture and beds just move out of their way. And they just are strolling through. Nothing this Bone Collector is doing seems to work. You see one creature walk up to them. It looks like a person with like features of a dog stitched into them, and they seem to be defending the Bone Collector. As they race towards the Seer reaches down and touches a card. You would recognize this card as the you would recognize this one as the Battle Bound. And as they play that card, they sort of lift it up, and you see for an image, for a moment, this sort of like spectral image of the Battle Bound bringing down like a machete through this person as they are cut down and fall limp onto the floor, and the Seer just keeps walking towards the Bone Collector. Please, no! Think, the children, think of the children! I am thinking of the children. And they move this card towards them, and the Bone Collector is, ah! That's where you get that flash of light that you remember, and the Bone Collector's pulled into. By the way, when they hold up the card, it doesn't have anything on it. It's blank. And you see the Bone Collector's pulled into it, and suddenly there's this illustration on it.
Curious.
Give me another wisdom saving throw. The DC for this one is 10.
Okay. Man, I really want to know all the things. Oh my God, it was so close to a 16!
I think you have guidance.
Oh yeah, I didn't use it.
No, you
What
didn't.
is that, a D4?
D4.
Just need to roll. It's a 1.
Great.
I got too excited. or scared. I don't know.
You're
You have?
starting to like this is overwhelming seeing that like half man, half dog creature get cut down in front of you. You remember that was more blood, and like you saw blood and you saw body parts while at the bone collector's place, but you never saw violence. This you saw, like this was your first image as a child of seeing someone be murdered, basically. And you react to this startled, and you start to pull out of the memories. You can see Gideon's just sort of like shaking a bit. Sly, you have a telepathic connection.
Oh no.
You are seeing this. You are feeling Fable pull away. If you would like, and there are consequences for this, but if you would like, you can force Fable to keep going forward.
Don't do this to me.
Listen, I'm doing it to
Yeah.
Gideon. You can do it to me.
Yeah.
This is insane. I would, if it's something I have to do deliberately, I don't think it's something she would choose, but the curiosity and the need to know is there. So if it's something inherent, and like rather than casting a spell, if it's just like a force that she can push, she will do it.
This is your will. And so up to you, what does your will want to do? There is no active
All right,
thing like
Lucian.
spell. It is what's in your mind. Are you dying
Yeah.
to know what's next?
Yes.
And is
absolutely.
that feeling more important to you than Fable's potential well-being and Gideon's?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
At this point, no, it's not. She remembers Fable breaking down last night, and she wouldn't put her through that again for anything. So no, it's not more important.
You, for a moment, you're like, no, keep, and you feel that stress, that fear in Fable and Gideon, and you pull back yourself. You break the connection, and you find yourself just sitting here with Gideon.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay, Gideon?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
That was okay, right? It's just
Yeah,
a pass.
it was fine.
Thank you.
Did you get
You're
what
so
you
brave.
needed?
I think we got exactly what we needed.
Okay. I love you,
That's
Fable.
me.
And he puts their arms
I love
around
you,
you.
Gideon. I give him a big hug. I will never let anyone ever take you ever again. You know I've said that before, but I mean it more now than ever. And I'm stronger than ever. Look, wasn't that a cool trick? I was in your mind, right?
Make a persuasion check.
That's crazy, Gideon.
I wanted to know so bad if it was
know, when
Meadow
you
doing
think
it.
about it,
21.
Not even that bad.
You are able to make it's like a kid falling down and scraping his knee, and like you come up to him with some candy,
kinda how I
like,
talk
hey,
to
look,
him.
isn't this
Aw.
great? Wow, look at this.
Yeah.
And
You're so brave.
Gideon just forgets the trauma, the pain, and is brought back to here in the moment thanks to you.
I'm a therapist. I just did EMDR therapy too, for sure. Which can be so traumatizing. It's okay. It's just magic. It's just D&D. The trauma isn't real. Okay.
Keep telling
Okay.
yourself that.
Gideon, we're actually gonna we have a meeting to go to. We're going to meet the rest of our little party just to, debrief on everything. So
Okay.
I'll see you later.
All right.
Thank you again.
Bye. I'll see you later.
Night. Do I have? Oh, could I? Listen, I feel like I would have done this. Could I have stolen a pastry from the kitchen, like some fancy pastry? or
pastry
something
from
to
the
like bring
kitchen?
Yeah, like
you
from
can
the
steal.
castle.
Yeah. Oh, from the castle.
Yeah, like
For
to bring to
Gideon?
Gideon. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I knew it's going to see him. So
Yeah.
I feel like
No
I'd be like,
problem.
oh, he would love this. I'd give him like a fancy little breakfast pastry
Yeah.
as your treat.
Thank you. And
Bribery. No.
Gideon,
Trauma gone.
you guys head off. Gideon goes, lays down in their bed, and just sort of, just like exhausted already. The day's only just begun, and they're
Yeah,
tired.
sorry,
Take a
Gideon.
nap, Gideon. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the donation. You guys head off and heading back to the castle. Elsewhere,
Hold on.
elsewhere, you are venturing down into the sewers. Una.
Also, I would like to have brought some, like a muffin or what, some kind of food for the animals that I'm going to be talking to.
Yeah. You head down into the sewers. I'll say first things first. I'll let you make 2 checks. First one is going to be a survival check at advantage for that footprint.
Oh, like to just go back to it?
Get back to it and to identify it. It's going to be 1 roll. So you get advantage on it, though, because you got the tracing.
Okay, what is it?
Survival.
Okay. 1 and 2. Are you kidding me? The same rolls. The same survival rolls. 11.
Okay. And that was
I've
at
only rolled
advantage?
11. No. I don't know why it's not rolling. Okay, it finally started rolling. And a 7. Are you kidding me? This is 4 7s in a row?
Roll 1 more time, just because sometimes I worry about digital dice. 1 more time.
This is my 4th 7.
If you get another 7, that's just the fates decided it.
Okay, no. I didn't. I got an 18.
18. You check the footprint, and it doesn't look like a dragonborn. It does look like a crocodile. You got it right the first time. But this footprint, here's 2 things odd about it. First thing is that it does not come in pairs. You're able to find another one with that check. It's like a 1-legged crocodile is hopping around on 1 leg somewhere around in the sewer.
Do I see any other prints?
You look, there are other prints, but none that match the crocodile print.
What are the other prints?
They look human.
Human?
Yeah, humanoid.
Humanoid. Any of them bigger or smaller? Like smaller than a regular or bigger than a regular, like humanoid?
You do see one that has like a sort of a large footprint. Looking around further, you do see that it looks like there are. What alarms you to this is it looks like there are probably multiple people traversing the sewers on a regular basis.
Okay. I would like to reach out.
Okay.
To the animals around that have a swimming speed and see if they can understand me. I cannot understand them, so they can understand me.
You find a frog.
Okay. I will call them over and tell them that I will say, please, I'm in need of some help. Could you help me find someone in these sewers? I will trade you for food.
They're listening.
Great. Yes, I'll go ahead and just give them food. And say, if you see anything looking like a crocodile or an alligator or a mixture of both, please let me know. And if you see any of your other friends, please let them know that I have more food and would like to enlist their help.
You're here in the sewers. By the way, you're using dark vision. Do you light a torch or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Let's use dark vision.
You follow the frog as it swims along this pool, And leading here, give me a perception check.
Okay. Pretty good. 23.
You hear there are voices in the sewer. There are multiple people up ahead. Some of them
Multiple
don't
people up
sound
ahead.
right, though.
Hmm. Okay. I would like to kind of back away and get into the water at a safe distance.
Okay.
I can breathe underwater,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be swimming underneath. Well, I have to ask how thick is the water? I guess if I can swim.
You can
I mean,
swim through it. It's murky.
Yeah, so it's hard to see through.
I will say it's definitely not pleasant for you.
Yeah.
But you are able to traverse it. Give me a stealth check at advantage due to your amphibious nature.
Hold on real quick. Okay. First one is a 14.
Okay.
That's the first one. And the second one is a something better. No. 14.
Okay. You move up and you hear these voices of people conversing, and they seem to be talking about things they found on the surface and brought back. And some of them are talking about like things they caught. If you get close enough, you're able to see that some of them, from where you're at, you can see some of them have appendages that don't look human.
Okay.
But you remember Aaron's voice in your head right now about you essentially getting in over your head.
Dead in the sewer,
Dead,
alone.
sewer.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
I should do it.
I think it sounds fun. What's Fable's voice in your head?
Fable would say something like that. Interesting.
Who has higher persuasion here? Think about it.
Fable's not here.
That was Adam saying do it.
Oh, it was in his head. It was in his head.
That wasn't that wasn't Lucian. That was Adam saying do it. Lucian would have been like, "Don't touch me."
No. I have to ask you very carefully here. What do you want to do?
That is a great question.
I'll say this. What you can spy, you don't think these people are going anywhere anytime soon. It looks like they live here.
Okay. Then yeah, with that, I think that I'm just going to be swimming back and out.
Okay. You duck, you kind of get eyes on them. You see what you see. You duck down into the water like an alligator yourself, just like back into the water.
I would like to also
Yeah.
mention that through all of this, like as their head comes up, you see their goggles, but they're still just not on their head. They're just not on their eyes. They're still on top of their head.
Mm-hmm.
Go back
You
down.
swim through it. That's ridiculous. You swim through it. These goggles not being used at all as muck gets all over your face. And you end up making your way back to the castle. I'm assuming that's where you're heading. Is back to the castle to meet up with others.
On the way back, I would like to ask if there are any other animals, smaller animals, something like that are swimming. I will ask the same deal of them, just in trade for food and to take care of them, almost as friends. Just like because Una talks to them at the same level because they are. These creatures are on the same level as Una.
Okay.
So like with that respect, just asking them friend to friend if they could be in cahoots with Una and watch over this group to see if they like move or if anybody in like they could come back to me. I kind of
You
like tell them that.
didn't bring enough for multiple animals, but I will say that is definitely something you can do in the future to prime a bigger investigation in here. I will.
Okay.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that at some other point during downtime and essentially get a bunch of spies in the sewers if you want. Absolutely.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Love it.
All right.
Okay. Back at the castle, Aaren, you've done
Wait,
your errands for the day. What are you doing?
I'm so sorry. Can I ask one more
Yeah.
question, please?
What's up?
Did any in my listening to them, did they sound like they were like thugs? Did they sound like they were of royalty? Did they sound like they were religious? Like in what way and manner did they speak? I would like to I could roll for that or whatever works.
You got the vibe that they sounded similar to those kids that you guys ran into that Aaren talked to yesterday. They sound like they're probably like a gang, but they are basically working together to survive. They don't sound like a cult. They don't sound, fanatically crazy, but yeah.
Okay. Can I at
From the
least
streets?
And then lastly, can I at least with the one frog, if I only brought food for one frog, can that frog be looking out for them?
I would say you would have to spend more downtime later to get more eyes. Because you're talking about one frog that not only would you need to find that frog again, but that frog would have to survive before the next time you come here. And it is just a frog.
Easy peasy. I'd like to cast guidance on it.
Okay, Aaren, what are you up to?
Okay, so I am going to scout out the place. I'll intercept everyone when they're coming towards wherever the meeting location is, but I want to scout out the place prior and see if I can find either like a rooftop or some sort of abandoned building nearby to where I can keep eyes on the meeting location.
You're keeping eyes on it. Lucian, you arrive back at the castle, or you've probably been settling affairs, like you said. At some point, you said you were going to go to this meet, right?
Well, I was gonna go with Sly to the dinner or what? Yeah. So
when you end up looking for Sly and you can't find them anywhere. You stop by your room thinking maybe they're waiting for you, and instead you find a small like gift and a note.
that's interesting. He's gonna walk up and look around, and then he's gonna pick up the gift, the box.
Inside is a black tie.
Right.
Sly, what does the card say?
The card says, take care of yourself. I'll be fine, I promise.
Foolish girl. he just sets it back down and he immediately heads in that direction.
You head off in that direction. Meanwhile, you are scouting the place, Aaren.
Yeah.
As you are.
Oh damn!
One moment.
That's big.
As you are,
I know this
you're
background.
checking it out.
It's gorgeous.
And you see a carriage pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
And in it is Fable and Sly.
Bingo! Right on time.
I
as they pull up, can I get a glance at them? In the carriage?
Yes, but give me one moment.
Not through our tinted carriage windows.
Roll. You guys do not have a tinted
This is a
carriage
limo.
windows. I'm sorry. You guys weren't provided
Drive her
transportation
in.
for. You brought here yourself.
Oh.
It's probably
I thought you were
Fable's
doing it
wagon.
from the castle? Oh. Oh no.
Well, if you went to the castle and got freshened up, there could be a wagon from the castle. It does not have tinted windows.
Yeah.
Boo.
You guys head in. As you do, give me one moment. Aaren, you wanted to get eyes on them. I just need to check one thing, which is, give me. I would say you can give me a stealth check to try and have gotten close enough to be able to do that.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I just need to be able to physically lay eyes on one of them to open a psychic link.
What's the range on
That's a
that?
dirty 20. The range. I'm so glad you asked. Sorry, I have a lot of things. Psionic mind. 30 feet.
30 feet. You are able to make a psychic link real fast, but as you do, they just keep going. Does it extend past 30 feet?
I'd have to like keep crouch walking. Hey,
No, you
open a psychic link.
do this. What's 5 words that one of them hears as you make this link?
Aaren here. Open a link.
Aaren, you open a link. You got your carriage keeps going. Aaren,
Son of a
you
bitch.
try moving forward and you get stopped by a guard. Oh, who goes
Hey.
there?
Hey, partner. How's it going? This is a nice looking place. Man, this is real nice. Dang, what kind of architecture is that? Is that
Sir,
is that
you're on the
dwarvish?
property of Sir Cedric
Elvish?
Brewer. May I assist you?
You know what? You can assist me, actually. You know about a local forge near here? That would be great. As you can see, been a
They-
weapons man myself. So.
They will give you directions, but they do not let you in
Dude.
the premises. Is there anything
You're
you
so
want to do
rad.
to try to get past that?
Much obliged, brother. Much obliged. I appreciate it. Can I? Let's see here. What time of day are we doing this?
This is gonna be around like 5 o'clock.
Okay. Gotcha. Can I attempt to like kind of walk away into another corner and try to make another stealth check? I'm going.
It's in the corner.
Sure.
Just gonna walk.
Give me a stealth check.
And I'm gonna cast jump on myself.
Okay.
Oh, he
I'm gonna
jumped.
make some big ground. All right, I got this.
I just love thinking
For
about this
those
and the
who are
fact that
lost-
he's so tall.
The players both messaged me that they would like to have left the circus and essentially come straight here. I will assume that they had dresses ready at the castle, ready to go,
Oh.
and they probably got dressed in the wagon.
We got some
Um,
fits.
So, for those who might be lost, that is why suddenly Fable is going to the castle. They were in cahoots. I can't stop them. Aaren, you leap over a essentially like a garden hedge and a fence, and you do stealth your way in.
Hit a Tom Cruise running everything. Just
That's gonna put you like here. And give me one moment. I'll pull up a map. Activate. There we go. That puts you. Whoop, it's loading here.
all right.
And Fable and Sly, you are all the way over here walking up to the place. Your wagon has dropped you off and you are heading in. There are guards to greet you. They, you have the
Can
invitation.
I ask you something
Yeah.
before we go in? I just wanted to know if I had ever seen them attend the circus before, or if I don't really know them. I know you said they got into town recently,
Let me
but
make a history check.
they were in the VIP section. So
Yeah.
History. It's a 9.
Nobles come by, but they, you're usually you're performing for the maximum number of happy people. You're usually not, performing for the nobles. They often have enough food and wine and people sucking up to them to keep them happy. So you don't really recall either, but you do know nobles occasionally visit the circus. Yeah.
Okay.
If I could, because
Mhm.
I heard that Aaren, that quick message, I would like to insert a memory here of Sly growing up way too rambunctious. Like my grandfather would say, too big for her britches. Always like jumping off the highest thing, always cartwheeling off a cliff, like doing just stupid, reckless stuff. And Aaren was always there to protect her and keep her out of that particular deadly trouble. I remember a very specific time where Sly wanted to see if she could fly, and she was on the rooftop, and
Oh.
Aaren was scared to death. And Sly, trusting her luck, I guess, took a big somersault off, landed in like an awning of some like laundry that had been stretched out, and was able to like tumble to a perfect like ta-da at far too young an age, and took a big bow. And Aaren has told her before that that's the moment he knew he couldn't stop her from being her, but would always be there to protect her. So she turns around and gives like a ta-da and like a little bow, so that he knows she's got this. She's not going to open a link. She's not going to try and rely on him. She's going to jump off the roof, basically.
And
So
you see this
does
like
Aw.
ta-da as you're like looking through some bushes, and they're well past like
Aw.
60 feet.
All right. Okay. Oh, damn, that's a big jump. All right.
Lucian, I know you're heading to this place. Una, do you and Lucian run into each other, or what's happening?
I mean, listen, I think wherever I can run into anyone, you're just going to see like actually I have a question, Lucian. Where are you walking to? Are you going somewhere?
Well, I would be riding my horse. So
Yeah,
I mean,
we can
I would
run
just
into
be,
each
I would
other.
just be going straight there. I mean, it'd be it'd be dumb luck to run into each other on the way there. But yeah, I'm down.
Okay, great. Una is just walking, kind of just hoping, sensing within
You
that they're going to run in.
You see Una walking, and I'm guessing, Una, you're probably using like the water that's around you to essentially like clean off all of the gunk off of you from being in the sewers and like swimming
Yeah.
in it. And like you're cleaning off, but like you're also probably like so where the castle is and where this place is, it does actually make sense for you guys to run into each other, because that road would lead along the docks. So Lucian, you're like riding your horse, and you see Una like near the docks, like getting water out of the ocean to help clean themselves, because like the water they had around them wasn't sufficient enough to clean all of this. So they're sort of like cycling it out into the ocean, and you, if you want to stop for them and pick them up, you can.
I don't know if I'd pick him up and put him on my horse, but I would.
Yeah.
I'd probably stop for a second. What are you doing?
Splash. I hit Lucian with some of the water that I just like have been taking off of me, and just throw like out, and I just accidentally randomly like hit him with this water. And I shake kind of like a dog, and kind of like put my hair back down, and I say, I am so sorry. I was just cleaning up, and I didn't notice that you were right in the way of the way I was sending my water. Are you okay?
I shouldn't have stopped.
Please wait. I have something to tell you. You do look a little bit dirtier now, but we won't worry about that. Let's worry about this. I found a group.
So you start relaying things to them.
Yes.
We don't have to dive into it now, but Lucian, how are you handling this? Are the two of you ending up heading in the same direction, or are you or Una, are you staying behind?
I think it would be Lucian would be like, look, we can talk about it, but I have to get to this place. So
I
I
would
need
love
to go.
to ride with you.
You can follow on foot. And I will begin galloping, but I'm not going because it's still a city. Like people are walking around, so it's not like I can sprint there. So it's just like a trot. So like, with a quick pace, you can keep up because the city is crowded. I mean, there's people walking and things like that. So it's not like I can gallop that way. But I mean, he
Fair
doesn't stop much. He kind of cuts you off and says, I have to go and be at this place. So it's up to you if you would kind of
Trot along.
trot along, because he wouldn't let you ride. You're too wet.
Covered in
I think
literal
I
sewage.
understand.
And you just threw sewage on me. So it's like,
I think I understand what I did wrong. Maybe I came off a little too harsh. I'll fix it next time as they're walking, following you.
Una, if you want, you can catch a ride with your mount.
You
if
think
would
so?
like. Yeah, I think so. It would help you get there a little bit faster.
Okay.
They won't get you all the way there, but it'll help you get there a little bit faster.
No, I think I'm going to follow along.
Okay. You follow on foot. Elsewhere, you guys arrive and get to the front doors. They see your invitation. Welcome. Lord Brewer is just inside to the right.
Thank you. And I give a
Thank
curtsy.
you. And she'll try and curtsy too.
After you, milady.
After you. Oh, yes. After me. And she'll step forward and immediately turn to the right, try to follow directions so she doesn't get lost.
Okay, give me
follow.
one moment. So this, by the way, this map that everyone's seeing here, this is just the grounds of this place. I have an
Oh my
entirely
gosh, that's a
separate
big-ass
map
house.
for the actual inside. And this is the manor house that's from Forgotten Adventures.
This map in a boss fight?
Yeah.
You guys head
Regency
inside,
boss.
This map
fight.
and we fight to the death?
and you
I'm
find
getting like
yourselves
Mistborn vibes.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
The doors open. You see there's a large chandelier, 2 staircases leading up, and a door to your
Ooh.
right and a door to your left, but also more doors even further inside.
Oh. Which way which way
The
did they
right.
say to go?
They said to go to the right.
Through the door or to the stairs on the right?
They just said right, which I feel like is a little bit of a trap because why wouldn't you give me very specific directions or clearly a map? This is
It's probably
wild.
the dining room would be downstairs, right? Like at the castle.
What if we're supposed to meet in the study? Have you ever heard of a foyer? I read about one. I've never seen one. What are we supposed to do?
Can I do we hear anything beyond the door? or I guess anywhere inside the house, like people talking or
Give me
kitchen commotion or
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Both of us are just Fable.
Una.
Just Fable, because she's listening
Okay.
for it. Fable, I believe you
Great.
have advantage on this because of your hearing.
Oh, do I?
I believe
I
so.
don't have it on my sheet, but I'll take it because I rolled a 4.
I thought you did. You have cat ears.
I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's a 12 instead.
You hear that there is just you hear that there's like some like servant staff elsewhere in the house, but you do hear that there is like you hear like the sound of like someone adjusting their chair in here.
I just I don't say anything so they don't hear us. Like since we're right at the door, I just point and I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
not gonna go in first. I would let Sly go in first, and she's like the guest of honor.
And then I would open up the door and just like walk through.
You get
I'll
here, you
follow.
see that there's a long hallway. It looks like probably meant for servants.
This is a trap.
And you open the door, and you see Lord Severick Brewer. Oh, hello! It's a pleasure to meet you. To see you, I suppose. The carnival, right?
Yes. Everyone.
Hello.
It's a pleasure. You're both here to see Alden?
Yes, Al.
Al! Oh,
Yes.
Don't call him that. I don't think he likes Al. I don't think he likes Al.
How seriously does Sly think she should take him at his word?
You that's up to you. You can make an insight check if you want.
I will. Why not? It's the only thing I'm good at. Hey, dirty 20.
The person seems generally friendly, and they you think they're probably telling you the truth, but it probably is not that serious.
Okay, great. Because she was gonna do it. So yes, but the direction. This place is so big.
No, that's all right. Let me lead the way.
Oh yes, please. Thank you.
Dinner will be served soon. Alden's just resting upstairs. Right this way.
Oh, he
What's
rests during the day?
No, we are nobles. We rest all the time. I mean, if we're not drinking or partying or, resting, yeah, it's great. You should rest more.
I'm not a noble.
Yes, I can see that. They lead you further upstairs. Which brings us to the next floor. One moment. Let's put you guys here.
You don't need to take offense to that. You're the seer, bitch. Okay, you don't need to take offense to that. Okay,
We take offense to whatever we want to, all right?
Sly's clenching her fist like Arthur.
Yeah.
You guys find yourselves here. They lead you up the stairs, down this long
beautiful.
hallway.
Oh,
You see there are like suits of armor and things like that.
This is gorgeous.
And further in this way, they open up this door. Okay,
map.
so guest bedroom's right there, should you want to stay the night. Second guest bedroom right there, should you want to stay the night. Third guest bedroom right there, should one of your beds not be to your liking. This way, please.
Is this just, are all rich people like this?
I open up a mind link just with Fable, and I'm asking questions about everything because I've never been in this situation before. So I think I'm just like, this feels weird. Is this weird? It feels like we're kind of, this feels bad and weird. Maybe I made a mistake.
Alden, your guests are here.
Oh,
Oh, wonderful. Alden gets up, sort of, I know Sly's leading, but
Yeah.
you guys both enter the room. Alden gets up, bows, offers out his hands to bow as well. It's a pleasure to see you both, Sly, and the cat's cradle herself.
no other?
Of course,
You
it's
said
so
he
good
offered
to see you.
hand?
He offers his hand. It's like a bow, like almost like a curtsy.
Oh, I take his hand. I give it like a nice big. How the heck are ya?
Thank you for coming. Please have a seat. Have a seat.
Sure.
Dinner will be ready later. I'll see you both there at the dining hall. Until then. And Lord Civic Brewer, Alden raises a hand yes, thank you. And Lord Civic Brewer leaves you guys to talk.
Well, what's for dinner?
What would you like? Normally they cook steak or a roasted ham.
Oh, well, what's your favorite?
Oh, I'm usually a bit peckish. But I don't care much for food. You could probably tell by my. And they gesture to they're sort of like a skinny person.
Well, yeah, but you have all this money to try all these foods, and you should. I think that's the best way to use money on food.
So true.
I think there are some who would disagree, but you're not wrong, I suppose. The simple pleasures in life are, well, yeah, they are sometimes the best.
Yeah.
And give me just one moment. I just need to pull both of you guys up.
Us like looking at each other like.
And Sly,
Nosferatu
Fable,
looking
are you in your full disguise for this?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I feel like if Meadow gave me a description of them, and sorry, not Meadow. If Sly gave me a description, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Sly would be like this vampire-looking man, like this scary vampire-looking man.
Because that's literally what I thought the first time I met him, and that's why I went over there. I was like, "Are you sick, Mister?" Like he was way up in his business.
And you told me that you met them at the circus, so like they've seen my performance. I think I would go without the. I'm a little more dressed up. I'll go without the. I don't need sunglasses. It's nighttime.
Okay.
Who needs sunglasses?
Fair enough.
At
It's not nighttime yet. It is the sun is setting.
Right.
So okay,
there
we'll
windows
put you
in
guys there. Also with you.
I don't see any.
One moment.
And while you're pulling that up, just so you know, we did stash outfits in the carriage. Sly settled on exactly what she always wears with a bow tie.
Okay.
Hell
And
yeah.
this is what
Wait,
Alden is
I have a
wearing.
bow tie too then.
Oh,
Oh, he's a nice little old man.
Nice. He kind of
I'm
He
good.
looks so happy.
He's just been
He-
traveling, you know. He's just
he looked like
Texas.
Edward Cullen's grandpa.
Maybe he is.
I'm sure it's fine.
So
Yeah, I'm sure it's
thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it. It's not often I've gotten guests as such esteemed as yours.
Well, thank you for inviting us. It's my first invitation since becoming the Seer, so it's nice to make new friends.
Well, of course, I do like to make friends as well. Tell me, what I as I wrote in my letter, I'm so excited to hear about you becoming the Seer, and so young too.
I just look young for my age. I'm very equipped to handle the Seer's duties appropriately.
I was not questioning you at all. I merely meant, that, well, it's a change of pace from the old Seer.
How so?
Quite a few ways, I suppose. From what I've seen, you're much brighter, warmer than she is.
Oh,
She was. Forgive me. She was.
it's okay. You met her.
I've seen her a good number of times. I wouldn't say we were close, but I remember her. It's been a long time.
Well, Al, I'd like, if we're becoming friends, to do something for you because you're offering to help me and my friends, and that's nice. So I'd like to do something nice for you. What could you possibly want from me? Is your house haunted? I could take a look. It's a big house. You probably haven't looked everywhere. You have
No.
8,000 rooms.
No, I assure you the place is not haunted. There is not much of anything I want. Other than, I suppose, to give back, meet new people, such as yourself and Fable, right? Is your name?
Mm-hmm.
To meet wonderful people such as yourselves. I've lived a very long life, and I've had pretty much anything I've wanted at my fingertips.
Oh, how long?
I elbow you.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a rude question.
I suppose I'm what you say, getting up there. My 90th was last year.
Wow. Happy belated birthday.
Yes, I suppose. Thank you. This is what I'm saying. You are much kinder and softer than the last year.
I just want to help.
This dude looks great for 90.
I will say this: you do, based on what he just said, that's definitely a toupee.
Okay. All right. Now we're cooking.
He's a
Spill the
little
tea.
bay.
I say, well, your letter was kind of vague about the type of way you prefer to give back. And again, like I said, this is my first new rich friend. So I don't really know what's appropriate to ask for or how to ask for it or anything like that.
Why don't you tell me about some of the problems you're facing, and I can see if there's a way I can help.
I look at Fable.
Wait, do we still have
We
a
have a mind link,
we're
yeah,
mind
we
link?
have a
Okay,
mind
okay,
link.
no, I'm not. I was gonna like be your advisor and like whisper over and be like, shh, but I will not. I'll just I see you on my peripheral, but I'm gonna still like be like, you know, like looking around the room and try and be a little subtle about this mind link. And I'll say, I mean, we could always use more finances for our adventures.
That's not the problem.
No, that was in my head.
Oh,
Sorry.
right. Sorry.
Oh,
That's-
then,
yeah.
but it's okay. He can
Just a
respond the
minute.
exact same way because I parrot what, what Fable is like.
Fable,
feeding
you're
me.
sort of surprised to hear the thoughts you have immediately turn into Sly's words. That's not a problem for me. How much could help at this time?
Well, we really don't know how far we'll have to travel, but there's all 5 of us to provide for, and the carriage and our horse and our murder bird
Chomper.
and
Murder bird?
what's he called? The axe Chomper. His name is Chomper. Sorry, we have a very unusual horse and also a normal one.
Right.
But you
Would
know,
5,000
boarding and lodge.
help you off to start?
5.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think that would help us to
Triple.
start.
I-
Oh,
No.
I-
That wasn't me. That was a voice.
yeah, no, I
line.
look over at Fable and I go, do I say yes in the mind link?
Yeah, let's start with that. Then you can ask for more. Maybe another murder bird.
Yes, unless I'm not gonna call Chombers that. And I turn back to him and go, yes, that would be fine.
Of course. I will get my people to arrange it. They can load it in your carriage while we have dinner.
Yes. What a lovely proposition. And then she turns to Fable and was like, wasn't that proper?
I'm just smiling and nodding.
I also have information, experience. I know people around town. If there's anything else you could use.
Actually, your honor? In your letter, you mentioned...
My lord is generally what people would say, but it's fine. You can just call me Alden.
Oh,
Okay.
you're not gonna call me your handsome lord?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
My elderly lord.
Well, Alden, in your letter you mentioned feeling a little distrustworthy of the prince. Well, at least that's kind of what I gathered from the context of what you wrote. Could you maybe give me some insight on why I should take that into consideration? So far, the prince has been very kind and generous.
I don't recall being untrustworthy of the prince. I was surprised to see you in his company. You, well, I knew of Pepper, and that made sense, but I didn't know of you. And I was surprised to see someone of, forgive me, speaking your pedigree with the prince.
Oh, right. I'm Oakgrim's best kept secret. That's what they called me growing up. What's
but-
for dinner again?
I think they might be making roasted ham. Is there something else you would like?
No, that sounds great.
Do you usually make enough for, say, I don't know, 5 to 6 people?
Joe, we could ask. Do you have guests with you?
Not with me per se.
Can't see shit.
But I imagine that the entourage that has been protecting me and cooperating with the Seer's efforts will be arriving soon. It is not often that we are apart.
Okay, that's fine. I had offered it to for you to bring one guest, but I suppose I could ask Lord Severick Brewer if he doesn't mind having a few more chairs brought out, a few more plates made.
Perhaps they won't show up, but just in case they do, I like to think that I know my friends fairly well.
Of course. Speaking of outside the
Cut
place,
to.
Lucian, you have arrived not long after Una arrives. What are you guys doing to get inside? Large gate guards.
Are these so? The guards, are they city guard or are these like house guards, like personal guards?
They're house guards. They work for the nobles.
Okay, that's what I figured. So I'm going to like arrive and then I assume, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna go to the guard at the front and say, I'm here for a dinner.
Dinner with.
With
Are you with the Seer?
Yes.
Okay. And you see Una walking up behind you. Them as well?
Hey, I
Yes.
I am.
Uh,
I'm with the Seer.
well, I wasn't told we'd be getting anyone else. If you want, you can walk the courtyard, but I'll need to get permission before letting you in the house.
Oh, it's tiring.
Sure. Let them know that it's the Seer's will.
Of course.
I am her charge.
They look you up and down,
goes.
and the name does register with them. Of course, yes, right away. And they do let you in. So you find yourselves roughly about here.
As the right as they let Lucian in, and as Lucian walks forward, Una's almost there to kind of like take that hand and kind of like just lean on him for a second. Completely misses him. Just as they go forward.
That puts you guys here. One moment. Aaren, you see them as they're creeping inside.
What the hell? That wasn't part of the plan. Why is it two of them?
Hey,
you guys pass by a
Aaren.
large statue of what looks like one of the older members of the Brewer family.
Aaren, why are you pretending to be a statuesque figure when you are so
Mental link. Oh
statuesque?
no, I'm trying to sneak in here. I was trying to keep watch. What's
Oh,
the
you're
whole
in my
entire party
brain.
doing here?
We're here to see the Seer.
I switch over to Lucian. Lucian, hey, I'm in this bush.
Okay.
Hey, Lucian.
Should I
Aaron's
just
in the
walk in
bush?
with y'all, or should I stealth and look around this place while no one else is watching?
Lucian.
Hold on, Una. I think we might all be invited to dinner. Perhaps Sly did what Sly does and decided last minute to do what she wants. I don't know where Fable is.
I
Lucian,
can
is
snoop.
now a good
but
time?
It's up to you.
I think it's fine. Just it's better than to get caught. You don't want a scandal on your hands.
Fair enough. And I just walk
Yes,
up with the
Una.
party.
What? Oh, never mind. Aaron's joining us.
Oh, you walk up with the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I try to stealth my way in.
Yeah, you creep up
I've been
next
here
to
the whole
them. So you guys have some time in the courtyard as they're like getting permissions for you guys. Courtyard's massive, tons of nice things to see. Una, the fountain have like small fish in it. And
I'm talking to him.
Yeah,
I'll befriend him.
yeah, you're befriending the fish in the fountain.
Yeah.
You guys are essentially waiting for these guards to come back and give you permission to enter. While that's what's up? Anything else?
Can
from you
I
guys?
try something real quick?
Yeah.
Can I use my mental link with the sword and try to communicate with it
Sure.
and just ask, "Hey, Lou, have you heard?" I'm sorry, I'm not very good with Elvish names. I'm just calling you Lou for short. Have you ever heard of this guy before that we're about to meet? He's been around for a while. You've been around for a while. I just didn't know if possibly that was a connection.
One moment.
Thank you for the biddies.
Roll. No, and I prefer to go by Loy.
Loy? All right, that's no problem. I go by Aaren, or just Aaren, really.
I realize the sword technically communicates with emotions, but because you're making like sort of this telepathic link, it gives you like, just a direct response.
We can fuse it.
You guys are there inside. Is there anything else you want to ask or talk to Alden about? Nope. Just getting ready for dinner? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
In that case, as you guys are waiting for the guards to come back, you hear there's a sort of you hear someone, and sir, can I help you? What, like you hear someone else is arriving at the front gate.
I will turn around and see who it is while I wait.
Make a perception check.
It's 19.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Where you are, you see at the front gate, sir. I'm sorry, guests only. Are you here? Were you here with an invitation? And you see. Give me one moment. Yeah. The sun is starting to set as you look back, and you see that. As they're asking if this person has an invitation, Lucian, you clock immediately who it is. Because of how tall they are, you immediately recognize the King's Mercy standing there. And they grab this guard by the head and in one quick motion, move him back from the gate and then smash his head into the cement wall next to the gate. And the guard falls limp to the ground dead.
I cast Blade Ward.
Una spits water out of their mouth into the fountain as they were talking to the fish.
They grab the gate, and as they push, you see the like little like lock mechanism just ding, breaks as the gate swings open.
No.
And what you see is this. Walking into the courtyard.
I'm going to draw my greatsword, and I'm just going to turn and look at Aaren and Una. Rally the guards. Let them know. I'll hold them off.
Should Una go? I stay with you?
Sure. Una, go. Now. Quickly.
I'll be right back. Be safe. Wait. And they'll run over and splash you with a little bit of water and they'll cast guidance on you. Or they'll cast here we go. Shield of Faith.
On who?
On Lucian.
Okay. Lucian, you have Shield of Faith.
Was that a +2 to my AC, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay, so that puts me at an 18. I'm a little bit more strong.
Yeah, one moment. Adam, I answered your question on Discord. So you have Shield of
Yep.
Faith. You guys, are you moving forward or are you holding your ground?
I am. I'm going to just kind of hold my hand back to Aaren and say, "Just stay behind me a little bit."
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start walking down the steps. Mercer, it's been a while.
They look at you.
Do I know you?
Has it been that long?
Do you take off your mask?
Maybe it's the mask, buddy.
I do. I do.
You take off the mask.
Lucian, right?
Yes.
And they pull their axe from their back and they hold it in their hands.
Why are you here?
Just doing business.
And what business is that? As I put the mask back on.
You know they only call me for one type of business.
And he is going to charge at you with a legendary action. You guys can roll initiative. And so Una's rushing inside. Yeah, let's just get. I would say everybody go ahead and roll initiative so we can
Son
have
of
this
a
done
bitch.
for next time.
We're drinking wine.
So anyway,
Really
elderly Al, I was thinking that maybe we could get some new.
Maybe 5,000 is a little low if you think about it.
Initiatives. Una, what did you get?
7.
7 for Una. Okay. Lucian.
8.
8 for Lucian. Okay. Aaren.
I want the record to show that I get a +8 to initiative. I got an 11.
Okay. Very good. Sly.
Huh? I got a 21. Your
Okay. Fable.
I'm rolling because I hadn't rolled 12.
12.
I didn't realize that included us. I was like, I'm not
Okay.
here.
One moment. I just need to pull up.
I'm so scared.
Okay. One moment.
Please stand in front of Lucian. He just lost so much hit points.
By the
For me.
way,
I am down.
for you
quite a
guys to know, our wonderful artist, Android Grace, helped with this stat block.
Yeah.
And like
That
what
was
way? Like
cute.
positive? Or
I think
like
they-
made it low?
She
Or
really likes
legendary
making stat
action.
blocks. She's really great at it.
Thanks for the legendary
And it's
action.
been so helpful. They will go ahead and roll their initiative. That's gonna be.
Now
This is why Grace gifts us with art, was for this moment.
balance.
It's
Balance.
ever balanced, as all things should be. Let's see. That is gonna be a 10. So hey, not all bad. You know, things are okay.
go
So that's
before.
gonna be 10 for yep. Okay. The King's Mercy charges forward at you, and that's their legendary action just to start off. Sly, you're upstairs. Fable, you're upstairs. Aaren, you see this massive. This guy is about like 7.5 feet tall, and he is rippling with muscle. This is actually, how tall are you again?
Pushing 7 foot.
Pushing 7 foot. This guy, like, tops you in height, and there's not very many people who can claim that feat. They
Well, damn.
charge with this blistering speed towards Lucian. Is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into a flanking position.
Okay, you move up, flanking like here.
No, directly on the backside of.
Oh, right behind him.
Yeah.
You like run over on the fountain and leap down to get right behind him.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in and make a flurry of attacks.
Go for it.
Are we doing flanking rules with advantage or?
I
don't think we've ever been in this position before.
That's a good question. Flanking rules.
I think that's great because he's legendary actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes in this instance because you guys are exactly on both ends of him. You rush behind him, leap down, and go. You can make your attacks at advantage.
Right on. So I'm testing out my new weapon. All right, that's gonna be 16 to hit.
16 to hit. That does hit.
All right. That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay. One moment. As you do that, let's see. That's going to be as a reaction. You slash into his back, and the blade strikes through. It cuts along. They just like look over their shoulder at you, and then back at Lucian. And in that moment, they glance at you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, joy.
DC is 15.
Oh, you say that as I roll 13.
As they glance at you, you can tell that your attack on them meant very little to them. And, I mean, you just sliced them up the spine. And in this moment, you are hit with the frightened condition. Until the end of your next turn. And while you have that frightened condition, King's Mercy has advantage on attacks against you. Go ahead and make your other attacks.
So that means I just make straight rolls.
No, they have advantage. Oh, I guess, yeah, because you're frightened. You would be making straight rolls now.
I'd be at disadvantage, but now I just make straight rolls.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, second attack. Ooh, 13 to hit.
13 misses.
Gotcha. All right. Third attack. It's a 25 to hit.
25, that does hit.
Dang.
That's 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Then my fourth attack.
Your fourth attack?
That's an 11 to hit.
That misses.
All right. I'm going to action surge.
Holy shit. Are you sure you want to do that now? You do you have this disadvantage right now. That's the only reason I'm saying, and that it's just it's balancing out, but that this fear effect only lasts one turn.
Yeah.
Just making sure. If you want to do it now, feel free.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, then I'll wait.
Okay.
That's it. That is my turn.
On their turn, they are going to, given that you guys have surrounded them, they are going to, they are going to do a move called Death Spiral. And that's gonna be, let's see,
Pass.
that's gonna be.
Pass. I want it.
Okay.
Who got the ultimate?
Does an
boom?
18 hit you, Lucian?
It just hits.
Does an 18 hit you, Aaren?
Bro.
So here's the thing. It would hit. However, I casted Blade Ward before the fight began, so he has to subtract a D4 from every attack roll against me.
But I also
I'm
remembered he has
concentrating.
advantage against you, so I'm going to roll one more time.
Okay.
That's higher.
That's going to be a 23. Does Blade Ward block that?
Yeah, it would. Well, it subtracts a D4 from everything.
D4. Just roll a D4.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. That is going to be
Oh,
a
no.
1.
So that brings it down to a 22.
Yes.
It's like,
Okay.
do I shield or not?
I can't shield because that'd bring it directly to my armor class at shield, which would be 22. So it'd still got there. I needed him.
Oh.
I'm going to
Yes, I
put
did.
the shield on you just to signify that you have Blade Ward going.
Gotcha.
With that, then, hitting both of you, that's going to be One moment. One,
And I'm not
two.
raging yet.
Oh, good lord.
That's going to be 9 slashing damage to both of you, followed by 14 necrotic as he spins, hitting both of you with this move. The good news is that is going to be his attack, and that recharges on a 5 or 6. So that is that. How are you guys looking?
I'm not
knocking
looking
on
good.
death's door.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very good place to stop. I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
post.
is it George?
I'm
Is
gonna
it?
go ahead and post the initiative in our group chat, so that way we have it for next time. Because this is exactly where we'll be picking up next time we play, as the King's Mercy is here just to do some business, guys. Just to do some
Wait.
business.
Wait, Gold Viper, who's that $20 for?
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
that's
see a
actually
hashtag,
that's
so
really
we just
important.
need to add it because that it will help.
Yeah, I'll add it afterwards.
DM
Oh, it's for the DM.
No!
Thank you so much.
Viper!
Gold Viper gave you guys so much, and
else
now
do
they're
you
giving me
expect?
something.
What
Thank
else
you
do
so
you
much.
expect?
Guys, thank you for watching. Next week will be our final episode of the season. Do not miss it. Tell everyone you know about it. And yeah, if you want to be able to help, we'll have these donations that we'll be taking. And remember, all the donations, all the money that we get goes to helping us make more art and more shows and paying our cast. You know, there's no like conglomerate behind us. We're just independent people working with the awesome artists at Forgotten Adventure and showing off their amazing tokens and art and now stat blocks that Grace helped us make this amazing stat block. I hope we get to share it with you all one day. So yeah, thank you guys so much. That is all for us, and I will see you next week. Bye! Don't worry, guys. It won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. I'm sure.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, no, it'll be great.
Yeah.
A worry in your mind. Fear is how it starts. Unsure what you'll find. It could tear you apart. You take a leap of chance. You break your mother's oath now. Macabre is the dance. And set free are the ghosts. Will a card save us here? Will it spell out our dooms? Only one thing is clear. We face fears and fortunes. Fears and fortunes, the cards don't ever lie. There's only 14 ghosts, but a million ways to die.